Man, ooh, man, that was a rough watch. Ooh, that was a tough one to sit through, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's going on, everybody? My name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach. Love to sit around and talk about sports. The preseason is over. We made it through the preseason. As tough as it was for the Atlanta Falcons. So many things to unpack in this situation. First of all, Dexter Flash, much love to you, Bo. Ron, hope you're doing pretty good tonight. I know that it's on a Sunday night. We come to the end of the weekend. Everybody got to go to work tomorrow. I ain't going to keep it too long. We're going to chop it up a little bit. And just kind of, like I said, unpack. Is there really anything to unpack? This is kind of like an overnight bag, to be honest with you. What's going on, Coach Ronnie? Think about Ronnie. She's a sweet old girl. Dre, what's good with you, Bo? Hope you're doing good on this Sunday night. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge the Kyle Pitts catch. And I know that it was the buzz and everything. I didn't go to the game. I said, hey, I got to go to work. I can't fool with y'all. But the Kyle Pitts catch. Kyle Pitts, everything is advertised. I know my homeboy Dre Murphy, he was at the house just naked as Jay Murphy. Other than that, Felipe Franks, he ran with the starters. Well, I guess that's what we call the definition of the starters in this particular case. Felipe Franks ran with the starters. He's just not ready. He's just not ready. I tried to give him a chance. Ever since we took him right after the draft, y'all know my feelings about the situation. Never liked Felipe Franks. Phil Franks. I forgot. Phil Franks. But with that being said, he's just not the guy. Josh Rosen ran this offense a whole lot better. And let's be honest, guys. Josh Rosen hasn't been the quarterback no longer than y'all got y'all last paycheck. He ain't been a quarterback that long. And, of course, he definitely had some miscommunications with the wide receivers and with the offensive line. But he made some really good throws. He made some throws that I know Felipe Franks, first of all, he couldn't make, and he wouldn't have the confidence to attempt those throws. I mean, so with that being said, Felipe Franks is looking like the practice squad guy. Josh Rosen is looking like the number one guy. I need y'all to put it in the comments what y'all think. Who y'all think should be the backup quarterback? If you think Josh Rosen should be the number one guy, put one in the comments. If you think Felipe Franks has deserved that backup quarterback job, put a 2 in the comments. I just want to see what y'all thinking. While y'all putting that in here, let me make sure I shout everybody out. What's going on, Big Play Slave? Much love to you, Bo. Hope you're doing good tonight, fam. Jazz Johnson says, don't know what to say, how to feel, or what to think. Hey, Jazz. Like I said, we're gonna go level by level. We're gonna go level by level. Ian Miles, what's going on, man? Sipping on beet and prune moon. What in the world? What's going on, Asia? Sanchez Lowe says, what's going on, Big Low? Man, we just trying to make it, Bo. we just trying to make it, Bo. Oh, man. But, yeah, if y'all think that Josh Rosen should be the number one quarterback, put a 1 in the comments. If you think that Phil Franks should be the backup quarterback, put a 2 in the comments. So I just want to know what y'all thinking. Also, make sure if you're excited about football season and you're excited about the regular season coming and you're just ready to see Matt Ryan and Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley on the field, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if you just think I'm a good guy, hit that like button. Do a country boy a favor. Let me see what everybody's talking about in here. So let's see. Coach Ronnie, she said she's thinking Josh Rosen. Nathan, Josh Rosen. Coach Dre, he's thinking Josh Rosen. Ian Miles thinking. So y'all just gonna leave Phil Franks in the wind. That's what it sounds like. Angel Green, Trevon Roberts. Y'all make sure that y'all welcome Trevon Roberts to the stream. Josh Rosen, Dex, and Sanchez Lowe, Jazz, John Bird. Everybody saying Josh Rosen. Y'all ain't getting naked with Josh Rosen, is you? Huh? It definitely. Make sure that y'all welcome John Bird to the stream as well. Coach, let's get it. Hope you're doing good tonight, Bo. Hope you're doing good tonight. Definitely. King Bell, much love to you, Bo. He said Josh Rosen, Ty Mullis. What's that? Kareem Jones. Make sure y'all welcome Kareem to the stream. Much love to you. So it looks like there's a consensus in the coaching staff. Everybody looks like they ride with Josh Rosen as the guy. Looks like it. E-Man says, good luck in 2 weeks. My Eagles versus your Falcons should be a good game. It's going to be a really good game. It's going to be a tough one for both teams. We're going to see how it goes, especially if the defense played the way that it did tonight. Oh, my goodness. What in the world, Bo? I think that Dean Pease legitimately dialed back. He ran this defense as vanilla as he possibly could. And with that being said, we didn't see as many blitzes. When we did see a blitz, we got a turnover. And I'm not saying that they didn't blitz hardly ever, but they dialed the blitzes back a whole bunch. The starting squad in the first quarter, they ran a little bit more of exotic looks, but all throughout the rest of the game, and somebody put it in the comments, they said, that looked like Dan Quinn offense out there. I mean, the Dan Quinn defense out there. I was like, hey, you got a point. I can't argue with you. The only thing we were missing was somebody saying they were fired up. Man, we just fired up and we just got to get after it. But it looks like the new definition of fired up with Arthur Smith is, I know Arthur Smith has this head shake. Arthur Smith, he'll look up at the Halo board. He just shake his head like, man, I can't believe this is so embarrassing. I'm like, this is what you signed up for, Bo. Oh, man, Yvonne said, well, I put on the grill. Man, I ain't put nothing on the grill today, Bo. Coach Ronnie worked me to death all weekend. I couldn't do nothing. Coach Ronnie, me and Coach Ronnie worked so hard this weekend. Man, we were fussing at each other all day. About Red, what you want to eat? I don't know what you want to eat. I just get something myself. Well, go ahead then. Oh, man. But definitely, man, definitely. James Williams says, I hope Dean Pease dialed it back because that was terrible. Not Dan Quinn bad, but bad, man. It was a poor showing on the defensive side of the ball. Made their wide receivers look like stars. But I mean, like I said, I think they were running a pretty vanilla defense tonight. I got to be honest, though, guys. The thing that stood out to me the most, and I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter, at Big Low Kuntry, if you ever want to check me out on Twitter, the offensive line, oh, my God. Jalen Mayfield literally got mushed with one hand. Defensive lineman, defensive tackle literally pushed him back with one arm, got back there to Felipe Frank. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for me to watch. Drew Dahlman, he got threw around, Bo. They were throwing that boy around like laundry. I was like, what in the world? You supposed to be an NFL center, NFL guard? Like, this is what we're doing? I don't know what to tell you, Bo. Like, goodness gracious. So basically, one thing that this preseason has taught me is that let's just hope and pray that everybody stays healthy because these backups ain't looking worth nothing, Bo. They ain't looking worth nothing. Definitely. Granddaughter said, no love, Coach Big Low Kuntry. Yo, Coach Big Low Kuntry, what it is? Where you be? Who you be with? What's going on, Bo? Hope you feeling all right tonight, family. Hope you feeling all right tonight, man. Nah, I got to show everybody some love. But I see here, let's get it. He said that the offensive line is a big concern for him. I want to know what everybody else thinks, because that's the biggest concern for me, too. This offensive line. I mean, because sooner or later we have to realize it's I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but basically what I'm saying is that moving forward, is Arthur Smith going to be everything that's advertised? I know that he was a former offensive line coach and everything, and he said that he's going to have his hands on the offense. You know, kind of like Grandma used to say, I got to lay some hands on you. You know, is he going to lay hands on them and get them right? But if he's supposed to be just teaching, coach and everything, and we spent so much draft capital on the offensive line that y'all know that's not what I wanted. You know, if we're running that zone run blocking scheme, we don't got to draft all of these offensive linemen. We can get some veteran offensive linemen. But anyway, with that being said, is he going to be able to coach these guys up the way that he's supposed to, the way that everybody's been anticipating? Because so far, I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen. I'm looking at hand placement, you know, the feet, and you know the way that they're shooting hands and everything. I just don't like what I'm seeing so far. You know, everybody's acting like Arthur Smith supposed to ride in on his white horse and make some magic happen, but I'm not. What in the world, bro? Like, you got somebody need to show me the baby because I ain't seeing it. Oh man, Jermaine Walton, he says the offensive line is a big question for the season. Man, bro, hey, this is ugly, bro. It's ugly, like an early 2000s Bubba Sparks song. It's ugly, bro. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, man, yeah. But I'm going to tell y'all, and Nathan, he's seeing what I'm seeing. Richard Grant is a step slow, but you know he's coming in playing that safety role. A lot of times he's going to be playing that single high safety. A lot of times you just got to kind of get used to that. You know, like I said before, well, I seen it in training camp and I seen it at the scrimmage, at the open practice. He was a step slow coming down and going back. But hopefully that's something that he can kind of just pick up a little bit. But moving forward, the biggest concern to me is that offensive line, man. I don't know. I don't know if I could put Jalen Mayfield as my left guard. So my projection so far for the offensive line, I was leaning towards Jake Matthews, left tackle. I was leaning at Jalen Mayfield at left guard, hit him with the Henny, Matt Hennessy at center, Chris Lindstrom at right guard, and Caleb McGarry at right tackle. But I don't know if that's something that I can do, bro. I legitimately don't know if that's something that I can do now. I can't trust Jalen Mayfield. I can't trust it, bro. So I mean, moving forward, it's like now you just got to kind of we legitimately have to hold our breath. You got your 36, 37-year-old quarterback out there behind them. Once again, another offensive line put together with Elmer's glue and hopes and wishes. I don't like it. Pineapples. I don't like it. You know, and our backup quarterback situation is kind of questionable. Now, Josh Rosen, he showed that he can definitely throw the ball tonight, and if he gets all of the timing down and all of the communication issues out the way, I think that he could be a really good backup quarterback. He was making starting quarterback caliber throws tonight. But with that being said, I hope that we don't get there. You know, it's kind of like I was talking with my homeboy Jimbo for pound, and Adam and everybody on Twitter Space before the game, and basically they were saying like, when's the last time Matt Ryan was out? I said, well, what was that, last year, the year before last? I remember he missed the game, and Matt Schaub, he threw for like 430, 440 yards. You know, but as far as like consistently, Matt Ryan, he's been healthy for a long time. But we have to remember something, guys. What we have to remember is just because something has been a constant, that's an increased risk That's an increased risk that that constant can change. It's called the law of large numbers. It's just a matter of time before that constant changes. That's that coaching talk mixed with that insurance talk. Oh man, Jared Jones is here chilling out with us. Jared said, "Hard to think we're one missed block away from chosen Rosen." Hey, that's scary. That's definitely scary. Coach, let's get it. Says, I get Arthur Smith not wanting Philly to see anything, but we really played a vanilla offense all 3 games. Really didn't get to see anything. Well, first of all, let's acknowledge the fact that that first play that was put together for Kyle Pitts, I feel like that was just for the fans. I feel like that was like, hey, this is why y'all need to come back. No, this is why y'all need to come back week 1. It was a very well-designed play. Kyle Pitts, he squeaked up underneath. After everybody went in motion, everybody went to the right. Kyle Pitts came from underneath, and that yak yardage, that yakety yak yardage, yards after catch, he looked legit. Yakety yak, don't come back. The yards after catch, I mean, he looked legit. 23-yard gain off the first play of the game. I was like, okay, all right, Kyle Pitts, looking like you looking like the truth. I see why Coach Dre Murphy been naked for the last 4 months now. I ain't never seen somebody naked for that long. I was like, man, you gotta put some clothes on sooner or later. Oh man. Ty Mother says that the ghost of Mike Smith was in the building tonight. Mike Smith, well, you know what we're gonna do. Sometimes it's not about sacking the quarterback. Sometimes you just gotta get him off of the spot. We don't care about sacks. Y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you were excited about that Kyle Pitts catch and run tonight, make sure that you hit that like button. Definitely. If you're excited about the season coming back, hit the like button. Or if you just think I'm a good guy, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button, man. Definitely. Coach Tony Wright says, Low, I have a 2-part scenario for you in the chat to give your opinions on. Okay. This scenario comes from the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. Let me know what you got, Tony Wright, because I'm thinking that you might be going down the same scenario that I've been thinking, and before you even put it out there, one scenario would be, and I don't know what, I don't want to mess up, I am going to mess up. So basically what I was thinking is Nick Foles, they're going to keep so many people in that quarterback room. You got Justin Fields, who's the eventual starter for the Chicago Bears, and every time he throws a touchdown, the whole Falcons organization or the whole Falcons fan base is going to be looking at Terry Fontenot like he ate the last cookie. Then you got Andy Dalton, the guy that they're going to start. Then you got Nick Foles. I think they're going to cut Nick Foles, but the way that Josh Rosen was playing tonight, it's like, well, I mean, why, Josh Rosen might be that guy, because whenever I put out video talking about, man, I really didn't want Josh Rosen, everybody was like, well, he's 24, coach. I was like, okay. I didn't want Josh Rosen, but he's 24, coach. I understand that, but I hear that he's a jerk, but coach, you're not listening. Coach Lowe, you're not listening. He's 24. I said, okay. I heard you. But I mean, look, he did come out and he balled. Let's remember that he balled against second and third rounders, though. Will he have been able to do that same thing with Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney on both sides? That's a completely different story. Greedy Williams and Johnson and Newsom and all those guys out there, that's a completely different story. But I mean, he did look good. He did look good. Coach Norman said, but he's 24. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those situations. And there's something else that I wanted to acknowledge about this game, and it didn't have nothing to do with the Falcons or nothing to do with the Cleveland Browns. But that doggone sorry sack of sorriness, Drew Brees, only here talking about, I never really made that many running plays, but I had a couple of good spin moves in this building. What? Drew Brees, what? You old sorry joker. Boy, if I would have been there, I would have kicked this book bag over the fence. Oh, man. But, yeah. Oh, well, hold on. Let me see what Tony Wright's saying. Tony Wright says on Tuesday. Okay. Okay, so Tony Wright says Chicago Bears quarterbacks are Andy Dalton and Justin Fields and Nick Foles. And the Philadelphia Eagles quarterbacks are Jalen Hurts, Joe Flacco, and they just traded for Gardner Minshew, for anybody who didn't know that. On Tuesday, I do believe Chicago Bears will release Nick Foles because they are not going to keep all three quarterbacks, and that is true. And I also want y'all to know that I'm hearing rumors about the Philadelphia Eagles trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. So let's throw that in the mix as well. But Tony Wright says on Tuesday, I believe that Philadelphia will release Joe Flacco because they are not going to keep three quarterbacks. But Josh Rosen is 24. I mean, and you make a lot of good points there. I mean, both of those organizations are not going to keep three quarterbacks, right? So this was a good opportunity for Josh Rosen to come out and show what he can do. I guess a big factor is, does Arthur Smith like Josh Rosen? That's the biggest factor. Does Arthur Smith, does he look at Josh Rosen and say, hey, first of all, this guy's 24.
Oh my God. Stop saying that.
And second of all, it's like, he can run our system, because don't forget, Josh Rosen, he was in San Francisco before he came here. And the San Francisco offense is a variation of this Arthur Smith offense. I know that we haven't had a chance to see it because Arthur Smith is keeping everything close to the cuff, this preseason. But, I mean, I guess that's going to be the biggest question. But I do agree with you, Tony, right? Nick Foles would be a great fit for us. I believe he would be a better fit than Joey Flacco. Hey, it's me, Joey Flacco.
Right, does not think Nick Foles.
Wait a minute. He said, oh, you don't feel like Nick Foles.
Joey Flacco is better.
Oh, really? I think Nick Foles would be a better fit for us. Think about it like this right here. Nick Foles, he actually ran that offense, that Chicago Bears offense, and that's where Rosen is from. He's from Chicago Bears. So, whenever these offensive coordinators and these head coaches come together, they run, they kind of mesh their offenses together, and, their offenses have a baby. And then it's one of those situations where Nick Foles, he would probably know the terminology. He probably know the route concepts and everything a little bit better than Joey Flacco would, And, wherever he goes, maybe he could harness some of that magic that he had in that famous Super Bowl year and bring it to Atlanta. I just wishful thinking. Oh, man. Virtual ATL GM says it don't matter who your quarterback is. If your offensive line can't block anyone, man, it's like I said on Twitter. I can't make any excuses. I can't make any excuses for this offensive line. I was legitimately saying, oh well, his foot slipped. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I was like, I mean, man, he just got beat. Like, offensive line just kept getting beat, bro. So I mean, at the end of the day, what Arthur Smith was doing, he was running vanilla offense, And basically, it was one of those cases where, you need to just beat the man in front of you. I don't care about, we're not going to scheme anything in that will help you beat, that will help us beat the other team. You just need to beat the man in front of you. I want to see if you're capable of doing that. Now, y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button as well. If you're thinking that Josh Rosen might be the backup quarterback, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if you're just worried about his offensive line, hit that like button. But it's one of those cases where Arthur Smith, he just ran the vanilla offense because he wanted to see who could do what. Now, everybody in here says, and I've seen it multiple times. Let's see, Tyler Russell. Excuse me. Tyler Russell says, Big Low Kuntry, 75 gotta go. How are you doing tonight, Tyler? Hey, it's tough, man. It's tough. Beaver, hey, that's one of those situations where I just cannot leave it to Beaver. I can't do it. I can't do it. We can't leave it to Beaver in that situation, bro. Oh, man. Anshaw says, Rosen, he had a couple of, yeah, he did. He did. And one thing that I liked about Rosen is that I felt like as the game proceeded, thank you so much, baby. I felt like as the game proceeded, it was one of those cases where the offensive line started playing better when Rosen was the quarterback. That comes whenever you have quarterbacks who have some experience. So I don't know if in the huddle he was saying, "Hey, they're going to shoot that backside on this play action. So make sure that you keep your head on the swivel, and just hit them with your left arm or something. Tip them before you continue to go forward, so I can just have enough room to let this pass go." I mean, I don't know exactly what was said, but with that being said, I feel like he had a better command on this offense than Phil Franks. I refuse to call him Felipe, and then Phil Franks did. And with that being said, even though he didn't know the offense completely well, he just ran. He was a leader of men. He was a better leader of men in that situation. I know that sounds weird, but everybody who played football and coached football, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Sanchez, yes. TJ Green, he has some really. TJ Green, he has some. Wait a minute, nice catches. TJ Green, I'm thinking about a defensive back. TJ Green, one that played at Clemson. Yeah, baby. Yeah. The one that played at Clemson. He played some really good defense, especially in the red zone. But I think he's like 6'2". No, he's 6'3", like 215 pounds. He could play cornerback or safety. And he played really, really good. Really, really good. Definitely. Prospect says all the tackles suck. It was tough, man. It was a tough watch. Stu Rock says, wait a minute. What did Coach Ronnie call him last week? Oh, man. Ogundeji. Oh, man. What did she call? Everybody in the chat, y'all remember what Coach Ronnie called Ogundeji last week? I forgot what she said. But anyway, they're like, "Oh, your mama" or something like that. I forgot. But anyway, yes. He like you could tell he focuses on his craft and he's working on those pass rushing moves. And he looks really good doing it. Oakland Raiders. That's what it was. Thanks, Dad. Oakland Raider. Yeah, Oakland Raider, man. It's like, in the words of Coach Roden, Ogundeji. You can tell he really worked on his pass rushing moves. He brought his hands, because I always talk about it. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. It's not just violent hands, but it's the feet as well. you got to make sure that you use the proper body control and everything. Jazz said, "Don't block her." What's going on, Coach Jerry? Hope you and your family are safe down there. Hurricane Ida and everything, man. Hope all of y'all are safe, family. Definitely. Stu Ross said, so did anybody see that big run in the first quarter where their running back looks like he was running the inside zone run, and Comiskey, he had a beat on him, but he was playing his inside shoulder instead of his outside shoulder. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, it's almost like his coach didn't teach him angles or something, but he just ran right on past him. I was like, well, yeah, that ain't looking good for you, boy. I might need to send Comiskey a DM and say, hey man, you want to go fishing next week? Cause you might not have a job. Man. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. You and our prayers, bro. Devon said Comiskey ain't getting cut. Nah, he probably ain't finna get cut. We really ain't got too many, because I've seen that they had him playing that four technique, head up on that four technique, and sometimes they're probably gonna have him playing defensive tackle, and we just don't have enough of those guys to make a huge difference. But that play was terrible. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know if the game was moving too fast for him or what. Sanchez Lowe says, Big Low, what do you think about the INT fumble loss? You talk about the fumble loss from Josh Rosen. I think that was just a miss. You just got to get used to taking snaps from that guy. A lot of people don't realize, but taking snaps from a sitter is it's a very intimate experience. You got to be on one accord. It's a very intimate experience. We talk about it all the time. You don't just trust anybody to stick their hands up your butt to take a snap. Like and you just don't trust anybody to put your hands up their butt to receive a snap from them. It's an intimate experience. Huh? Yeah, it's like, it's an intimate experience, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. The real say he's talking about the INT and the fumble by the big. Okay. Hey, man. Preseason football. That's that's all I can tell you. It was a very interesting sequence. It was a very interesting sequence. Oh man, Cinco Mo. Now, Coach Ronan, I'm just saying that's what you said. Oh man. Tony Wright says, Low, I know we weren't showing anything and we were mostly vanilla, but I didn't see Jacob Tutu and Mariner in pass coverage. He's terrible in coverage. I mean, that's a lot of meat to be hauling around, man. You 285, you trying to play out there in pass coverage, especially now with these tight ends who, I mean, look at the guy that we just drafted, like a Kyle Pitts and like the Darren Wallers of the world, the Travis Kelce's, George Kittle's. Is like, I mean, these guys, they be moving, Bo. So I mean, with that being said, it's like it's going to be tough for him in pass coverage. We just need him to, rush the quarterback and drop back in pass coverage occasionally. In times that would surprise the quarterback, and hopefully, he ain't got bricks in the hands that he can catch some interceptions. One thing that I really enjoyed seeing was you could tell that the coaches are really drilling into the defensive line and the linebackers' heads whenever they're rushing the passer to keep their arms extended. And when they keep their arms extended, they can look around and look over to the side and see when that quarterback's actually throwing passes. Did y'all see all the batted passes that we had tonight? It was good. I really like seeing that. I really like seeing that. And those are the type of plays that make huge differences, because anytime a pass is tipped, especially at the line of scrimmage, and it goes up in the air, your defense has a better chance of getting of catching it than your offense most of the time. Definitely. Nathan says Tyler Russell. We could have used that when Dan Quinn was here. I'm talking about hiding a lot for the film. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's thing is that Dan Quinn really didn't have nothing. He really didn't have nothing to hide. He basically played the same shell defense. They said that we were the least, we blitzed the least in the league when Dan Quinn was the head coach. And whenever Raheem Morris came on, we were one of the top blitzing teams, and we were getting a lot more pressure. But I don't know if y'all seen the show that we did with Chuck Smith, but he said that last season, over 50% of the time, Mike linebackers blitzed on third down and passing situations, over 50% of the time, guys. So like that goes to show you that like the game is changing, and it's all about getting pressure on these quarterbacks, because the quicker they can get the ball out of their hand, the more chance that they have to make a mistake. Definitely. Prospect says Taquan Graham look horrible too. Everybody just look horrible. Oh man, look, it was definitely a bad situation on defense. I think Dean Pease kind of dialed it back a little bit. He didn't want to show his hand. We got Philadelphia. I think he might have got a little bit too excited. I think he got bloodlust a little bit. He filmed himself a little bit too much on that first game. So y'all heard me. I was talking about it after that first game. I was like, hey, coach, you need to calm down. You showed a little bit too much in your hand. Everybody in the comments, they were just getting naked. They're like, oh, yeah, no, coach, no. I'm like, y'all keep your clothes on. Like, no, coach, no. We want to see it. We want to see pressure on the quarterback. We don't care if it's the preseason. I'm like, no, calm down, bro. It's a family show. Oh, man. Y'all look crazy, man. Y'all look crazy. Granddaughter said 88 peeps watching. He says only 52 likes. Please hit that like button. Help the channel. I appreciate that, Granddaughter. You a good man, bro. I'm dance at your wedding one day. Chris Dunlap says Dan Quinn, he don't blitz. He never did. Dan Quinn was used to having that Seattle Seahawks defense, so they didn't need the blitz. Whenever you could get home with 4 guys or 3 guys, you don't need the blitz. Blitzing is one of those things where you blitz in 2 types of situations. One, you blitz because you just can't get to the quarterback. 2, you blitz because you just cocky. All jokes aside, you just cocky. You got that bravado about you. You blitzing because you're saying, I'm finna bring someone who's not going to be doing the job that you think that they should be doing, that's customary for their position, and I'm finna bring them down. I'm finna hit you in the mouth and make you taste your own blood. That's basically what it is, bro. At the end of the day, that's basically what it is. Oh, man. All right, Devon. Y'all be easy, bro. Hope you have a good week this week, fam. Hope you have a good week. Coach Wilder says, look, man, y'all, we still have to trust the process. Don't overreact to these preseason games. And I definitely agree with you. I know that we're keeping things vanilla, and that's cool, but it's just one of those cases where guys aren't winning individual matchups. I don't care about the score. I don't care that we lost. I need to see guys win individual matchups. Whether it's the first quarter or it's the fourth quarter, I'm not seeing it. the first quarter, our offensive line got dominated. And I just need to see more, coach. Because at the end of the day, scheme can only take you so far. The players shouldn't have to rely on the scheme. If it's a situation where my players are relying on the scheme, then that's a problem. You know, and on the defensive line, like, you know, unless you got great pass rushers like Oakland Raiders, it's one of those.
Okay.
Like Oakland Raiders, you know, you got to be able to, you got to be able to actually make it. So I want to ask y'all this question right here. I just want to get a feeling of what y'all thinking. So, if you think that it's a situation where overreaction is warranted, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like, look, we need to all calm down and pump our brakes and just wait until the first game of the season and see what happens then, put a 2 in the chat. So 1, if you feel like there's cause for concern, you know, after watching this preseason, put a 1 in the chat. 2, if you think, okay, we need to just calm down a little bit. I just want to know what y'all thinking. You know, I just want to know. Look, Country Mama always told me to fill the room out. Black Chop, what's good with your fam? Y'all make sure y'all welcome Black Chop to the stream. Ghost Pepper says, left tackle, Keon Smith, he tanked as hard as tankers wanted us to tank for Trevor Lawrence. His play stank so bad. When we walk by, the skunks got the skunks get high. That's rough right there, boy. Oh man. Oh man. So let me see what everybody's thinking here. So, like I said, 1, if you feel like this is cause for concern. 2, if you feel like it's one of those cases where, let's pump our brakes. Let's pump our brakes a little bit. Let's calm down a little bit. So let me see what everybody's saying. Anthony Hernandez, y'all make sure y'all welcome Anthony to the stream. He says, Atlanta, we have a problem. We might need to look into this a little bit. You know, Padre, Ty Mullis, he thinks that, you know, they both think that this is one of those cases where there's some issues here. Tyler, he thinks we need to pump, you know, we need to calm down. We need to calm down a little bit. Anthony, he thinks that there's some issues. Cinco Mo, he says calm down. Coach Ronen says calm down. We got Oakland Raiders. Tony Wright says we need to calm down. Coach, you know Coach Wallace. I'm gonna start calling Coach Wallace trust the process. Because, you know, all through before the draft, he was like, look, every time I get excited, Coach Wallace be like, look, man, you need to calm down. I was like, oh, okay, Coach. I'm sorry. Coach Wallace like, hey, Coach Lowe, hey, you need to calm down. I'm like, all right, Coach, I got you. But Black Chop, Jazz, and Dre, they all think that, you know, we need to just let everything unfold. So it looks like it's a mixed bag. I see some people with 1. I see some people with 2. Aurelius, he put a 3 in here. I don't know what 3 is. It never fails. We always get a 3.
Somebody said 3 was a little bit of 1 and 2.
Okay, Sanchez Lowe said 1 + 2 equals 3. Okay, I got you. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Nathan said, Coach Lowe, most of the ones were those who wanted Justin. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't want Justin Fields, and I think I'm leaning towards 1. Yeah, I'm leaning towards 1 a little bit, and the reason why I'm saying that is because guys aren't winning individual matchups. You know, it's like it would be different if it was one of those cases where we would run vanilla offenses and we were blocking, because the issue's been in the trenches. Even dating back to last season, the issue was, okay, well, look, We need to win in the trenches. We need to run the ball better. That was the focus coming into the offseason, right? So if that's the focus coming into the offseason, it would be different if my running backs weren't breaking tackles. But the fact that I got this coach, he's supposed to be this offensive line guru. He played offensive line. He's a running back and running game guru. And my offensive line never wins. Like they haven't been winning throughout the whole the first game. I could, I try to make excuses for the offensive line. Back for the first game, I said, look, guys, they hadn't had any contact. They hadn't hit nobody. So since they hadn't hit nobody, we can't say that, they just got to get used to contact. Second game, still wasn't running. This game, still ain't running. The only way we were able to move the ball down the field was Josh Rosen. And the only reason he did that is because he's 24. So I mean, it's one of those cases where there's cause for concern for me. It's like, I understand it's vanilla offense and everything, but it's not just calling the plays, it's also teaching my players how to block efficiently. And I just haven't seen that so far. I hadn't seen it so far. Definitely. Nathan says that our run defense was not that bad. It wasn't. Now there were some plays that could have got stopped, a little bit sooner. Like I said, John Comiskey, he just whiffed. He just whiffed. But it's one of those cases where the running game showed up. But as far as the passing game on defense, it's like we just wasn't getting it done. We wasn't getting, unless we brought the blitz. It's like, I understand that Dean Pease he said that he's going to bring the blitz a lot, but it's one of those cases where you shouldn't have to bring the blitz that often. This ain't Madden. Speaking of Madden, what's going on, Terror Artist 404? Talk them up. Oh, man. Anshon said that, look, man, they ain't executing. They ain't executing. And I mean, I definitely like, I need you to do something. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that meme that you see on Facebook or whatever. The guy just poking the stick, just saying, do something. He poking the stick at something. He's like, man, just do something. I just want you to do something. I mean, I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned because if we're going off of Arthur Smith saying, hey, guys, we're going to run the ball, control the clock, play defense. Notice the first thing was run the ball. Throughout the whole preseason, we hadn't been able to run the ball effectively. And somebody said in the comments a few minutes ago, I think it was Tyler Russell, he said that, hey, quarterbacks shouldn't have to run for their lives. The biggest running play this whole season came from a quarterback. I mean, this whole preseason, it came from a quarterback. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. Besides those two big running plays in the fourth quarter in the second preseason game, Felipe Franks had more rushing yards than all of the running backs combined on that one run. That's not efficient at all. Cinco Mo said it's hard to win individual. It's hard to be motivated to win individual matchups when the games don't count. The whole goal was not to get hurt. And I definitely understand that. But it's like, playing and like you're playing in a game that like doesn't count. And, the goal is to not get hurt. This is also your job. So it's like you're showing the coaching staff something, because every play that you're in there, whenever you're in an NFL game, it's on tape. And if you got any type of gall about you, you're not going to just go out there and just try not to get hurt. You're going to try to perform. Like, that's how you made it to the pros. You know, that's how you perform well in high school, perform well in college. It's like, you're not going to come to, because think about it, like, especially those guys that are in there in the second and third string in tonight's game, like, those guys are younger guys. Like, look, you a young Thundercat. This is your last chance. This could be the last time you ever step on the NFL field. You know? Because Jermaine Walton said it perfectly. Preseason is like a tent service of sports. It's like summer league. It's like in basketball. It's like a tent service of sports. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Anthony Hernandez. Here's with the $9.99 super sticker. What in the world, boy? I appreciate that, family. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. $9.99. That's that. Dun-dun-dun. That's a Superman chat. Look, I do need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you're excited about NFL season coming back and you're ready to play some meaningful games, because this was the last preseason game. You know, this was the last preseason game that was out there.
What is it doing on the sticker?
Huh?
What is the animation doing on the sticker? Can you see it?
Nah, I can't see it. Nah.
Yes, it's like a little animal.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, okay, dear. That's pretty cool. I ain't never seen that. Appreciate that, Anthony. Oh, man. Coach Wallace said that they're backups for a reason. But, Coach Wallace, we got to remember, I understand that they're backups for a reason, but there's no reason that our backups should just get mollywopped by their backups. That means our backups are a lot worse than their backups. Because at the end of the day, this is football. And football, injuries are just as certain as paying taxes. It's going to happen. You got to do it. Like, you got to have guys that play while they're injured. Marquia Williams said, how do you feel about TJ Green? I like Darby. All right. My homeboy Jazzy Jeff, he's going to be very upset at me for saying this. Darby has a case of the brick hands. He cannot catch that ball. I've seen him drop way too many passes, not just in preseason games, but also at training camp, at the open scrimmage. Like he definitely just drops. He has a case of the fumbles. He has a case of the Vaseline gloves. He cannot hold on to the ball. So with that being said, it's one of those cases where I rather have Green, and I like him. Green, he got a little bit of fire to him. He got a little bit of fire to him. You know, I know everybody was like, yeah, you know, Frank Darby, New Jersey kid, he got this great energy. I don't care what your energy like if you can't catch the pass. It don't make no difference. If you can't catch the passes, I don't care. Man, Brian Peoples, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Oh man, but yeah, I think Darby can still make the team, you know. But Green, I mean, we also got to remember that politics go into effect as well, because Darby, he got drafted, you know, so that gives him a leg up. Not just politics, but financials. Definitely. Max said, "Go Browns." Hey man, look, y'all got the W, man, and you know, hopefully y'all have a successful season moving forward. I'm eager to see how everything works out. If Baker Mayfield takes that next step, because he was just a smidge over game manager last year. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had 3,600 passing yards last year. I think that he could definitely take that next step. And if he does, the Browns are going to be very, very dangerous. Definitely. Y'all make sure that y'all welcome Max to the chat. Look, whenever the football season starts, we're going to be talking about not just the Falcons, but we're going to talk about the whole NFL. We're going to encompass the whole NFL with content. So, look, Max, make sure that you come back and check us out, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about the Browns. And, hopefully, y'all can make a deep run. One of my best friends, he's like a huge Browns fan. Definitely. Ghost Pepper said Michael Walker balled out. TJ Green, sure. We're keeping 5 safeties. AO Alamde. He said AO is going to be a legit stud, and he just needs to get stronger. Avery and Franks had some nice plays. Mayfield got destroyed. Mayfield definitely did get destroyed. It wasn't fair, Bo. It wasn't fair. I could have sworn I see somebody taking lunch money out of his pockets. They pushed that man to the ground. They took his lunch money out of his pockets, Bo. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, man, I didn't know they had pockets on them pants. Oh man. Oh man. Definitely. Well, Amy said, big low that crack. What in the world, Bob? Oh man. Y'all are crazy. Brian people said, honest to coach, I don't trust Franks as a backup. He gave his moments, but I got to see more consistency and accuracy from him. Man, I'm telling you, Bo, it's one of those cases where, look, y'all knew how I felt about Phil Franks when he came in, and it's like the feelings that I had, like they rang true. I can't trust Phil Franks as far as I could throw him, and I'm pretty strong, but that's a pretty big boy. I can't throw him that far, which means I can't trust him. So at this point in time, I'm riding with Josh Rosen. Like Josh Rosen is my number 2. Hopefully he come in, learn the offense the way that he needs to, and is a good locker room guy, because that's a huge factor in being the backup quarterback, because you spend more time on the sidelines than anybody. If you're the backup quarterback, you're on the sidelines more than anybody else. Definitely, man. Definitely. Adrian says, I like Rosen. Hope the Falcons don't have more injuries. I don't see a bench here. Now, that is one thing that we can say that we accomplished in this preseason. We didn't have any major injuries, which is a great thing. It's a great thing. We made it through the preseason. We made it through training camp without any major injuries. And I feel like that was Arthur Smith's main goal, and everybody was talking about, and they mentioned it on the broadcast, the joint practice. So apparently the joint practice, it's a lot like the Phantom Dream Team practice match, like Michael Jordan's team versus Magic Johnson's team. And, everybody's saying that Matt Ryan was coming out and he was just throwing lasers all over the field and he just looked great. We just hadn't seen it. Everybody else talking about it, but we ain't seen it. So apparently, like, Matt Ryan and the starting offense have gotten their action. They're just trying to make sure that they keep, Matt Ryan and the starting offense healthy, because, especially this year, it's one of those cases where, don't forget we got an extra game this season. So it's hard to make it through the season healthy, harder than anybody ever does. A lot of times people play hurt. There's a difference between hurt and an injury, 2 different things. Let's see here. Prospect says Rosen going to play hard. He knows we might be his last shot. Look, if Rosen comes and he actually kills it in the practices, and Matt Ryan doesn't play that well this year, and we don't go that far, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. Y'all might not be drafting the quarterback next season or moving forward, because y'all got to remember what everybody's been saying. Josh Rosen is 24.
What does that mean?
That's what everybody said. Whatever I said, look, y'all, I don't like Josh Rosen. He's a jerk. Everybody says Josh Rosen is a jerk. Everybody says, but coach, you don't understand. I don't understand what? Coach. Josh Rosen is 24. I'm like, okay, I know that. I know he's 24. But Tyler Russell said Josh Rosen is 24 and he only costs $850,000. That's probably the more important number. That's the more important number. Man. William Amos said, I'm sorry. I just don't see Christian Blake make the roster too small. Man, my homeboy Jimbo, from pound for pound, he wouldn't like to hear that, man, because he be getting naked for Christian Blake. Boy, as a matter of fact, I was talking to him today. My homeboy Jimbo, he said, man, Christian Blake, he can always come over and eat dinner at the house with me and everything. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, man, I love you some Christian Blake. So if you ever talk to him, tell him that he can come eat dinner at the house with us and we can go riding around in the truck. Like, wait a minute, whoa. So I guess come eat dinner at the house with us. I guess that's a form of getting naked. I guess I might have to. I might have to take that from old Jimbo. Oh man! So Dre Murphy, I guess Kyle Pitts coming to eat dinner at the house with you. Oh man! Oh man! So look, I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button. Help out the channel. Make sure that you hit that like button if you're excited to see what this Falcons team is going to do. I know that everybody's asking me as far as like what we're going to do. Everybody wants my predictions about the final cuts and everything. I can't really give y'all nothing now because I got to do my research. I got to go back, look at everything, and figure something out. I know that there are going to be some surprises, but look, I can't really give you nothing now, Bo. But I will put out a separate video as far as like the final cuts and everything. I'm still upset that they let go of Javion Hawkins myself. I'm still hurt. It still hurt me to my heart.
I heard he scored in Tennessee.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown in Tennessee. Oh, somebody put on Twitter. No, it was on YouTube. Somebody put up. They said, "Man, coach, I think Arthur Smith is double agent. He's sitting there by Tennessee so he can go back home." I'm like, wait, what? Like, what in the world? But yeah, man, yeah. So yeah, I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt about Javion Hawkins, man. I'm still hurt about that thing. Definitely. Let's see here. Chris Dunlap says, got to break down the matchup versus you already know what time that is, Bo. We're going to have a good time, Bo. We get a chance to start breaking down some of these matchups and everything. Man, it's going to go down like there's a whale in the boat when we break down these matchups. Now, Nathan, he says, talking about that wide receiver position, he says, Ridley, Gage, Zacchaeus, Blake, and Green. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, for some reason, Coach Rona does not like Russell Gage. I mean, not Russell Gage. She don't like Tajay Sharp for some reason. So, look, that's going to...
Is Tajay or Tajay?
I don't know, baby. You know, you just call people whatever you want. Whatever you feel comfortable. Target Sharp. I don't know. Like... It's Tajay Sharp, baby. But yeah, yeah. So if that's the case, Coach Running would be over the moon happy if that was the case. What Padre say? Padre said, Coach Lowe, why do you think Corduroy Madison? I don't know why Cordarrelle Patterson didn't see no time, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Coach Roddy tripping. What do you say? Why don't you like tartar sharp? Yeah, y'all look crazy, man. Y'all look crazy. Granddaughter said, yeah, can you go on Tuesday morning talking about the roster cuts and everything? Unfortunately, I can't go on Tuesday morning, Granddaughter, because old country boy gotta work, man. I be slaving for the man, boy. I gotta work. Jermaine Walton says, where Tajay Sharp been? I know in game 2, Tartar Sharp, he actually dropped a touchdown pass on the slant route. But wait a minute, Seiko Bo says she gonna call that man Tyrannosaurus Sharp. Y'all ain't right, man. Y'all ain't right.
Oh my God.
Y'all ain't right. Coach Roden, boy, I don't know what Coach Roden be talking about sometimes. Oakland Raiders and Tartar Sharp, Corduroy Patterson. I don't know, man. Coach Roden is tripping, boy. Man. Ghost Pepper says, glad Josh Rosen did well tonight. Still doesn't change the fact that Terry Fontenot would have been better off picking Jimmy Dix from the last Boy Scout. Who is Jimmy Dix from the last Boy Scout? I'm going to look that one up, boy. I would have to look that one up. Tiki Torch Sharp. What in the world? Wait a minute. Noah Chidell says, what is that? Charizard Sharp?
What?
Charizard Sharp? What in the world?
Charizard. Okay, wow.
Oh, Charles. Oh, wow. You took it back then. All right, Adrian.
Jermaine Robinson said Taraji P.
Y'all are crazy, man.
Oh my God.
Cha-cha Sharp. What in the world? Y'all. What? Y'all are crazy.
Taraji P.
Jamal D. Welcome to the stream, brother.
Oh my God.
Jamal D says, I like the Rosen pickup, but I feel like we would trade up for our future QB in a year or two. That definitely could happen. But you got to think about it like this right here, Jamal. Is it one of those cases where if our team doesn't perform, we don't have to worry about trading up? We'll be right where we want to be. So, I mean, I guess it's just one of those situations. We're going to have to, kind of see what we got, man. We're going to have to see what we got. Nathan says, Torquay Sharp. What in the world? What are y'all talking about? Torquay Sharp P? What? Where y'all come up with this stuff? Y'all some fools, man.
Oh my gosh.
John Bird says, Axe B Sharp. I guess I'll throw mine in there. Al B Sharp. Like. Tylenol Cold Sharp. What?
Oh my God.
Man. Jamal says, that's true. We may not have to trade, but I'm keeping my hope. Hey, you keep that hope alive, brother. You keep that hope alive. I'm hoping that it will be I'm hoping that we'll be in a situation where we would have to trade up if we decided to take that quarterback. But it's like I say all the time, Coach, where it's one of those situations where like all of the great quarterbacks in the league, they're not taken in the top 5. I mean, we just look back at history. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he went later. Russell Wilson, he went later. Patrick Mahomes, he went at 10. I mean, so all these top quarterbacks, like they definitely go later on in the draft. So it's one of those cases where, it could definitely, you might get your guy halfway through the first round. You never know. Granddaughter says, Coach Big Low, which Falcons players would you try to trade before Tuesday for either picks or player position of need? I'm not even sure, Bo. Prospect says trade Oliver or Sheffield. I think Sheffield might be gone, to be honest with you. But we're gonna see. I know that our secondary is thin, so I don't know if it's one of those cases where we'll actually let go of Isaiah Oliver. As much as a lot of people want to, I don't know if that's one of those cases. GL8 says, Big Country, hey Bubba. Matt Numbnuts is so special. He doesn't have to play in preseason. I'd rather watch Felipe anyway. You'd rather watch Field anyway. But I wish Matt would have played in at least like a couple of series. If I could just got a couple of series out of him, I would have been happy. Padre says, I am concerned that Cold Cut Patterson didn't get any snaps. I think Coach might be right to be worried about him. I think that, it's the same thing with Matt Ryan. They just feel that confident. They feel, that confident about Cole Durrell, that Patterson, that, so people ain't gonna know this guy's name by the time the show's over. Oh man, Hun Solo says, I don't like the fact that Coach Smith not making some of these players earn it on the field. No reason Eric Harris, Patterson, Keith, they're not superstars. I mean, yeah, they ain't superstars, but maybe they just flashed enough in practice where they're saying, well, look, we might not need to put these guys out here. I don't know if anybody remember, but Mike Smith, he had what was called the over 30 club, and like those guys, they didn't have to practice every day of the week and stuff. So maybe it's one of these situations where Arthur Smith, he's saying, well, my veterans, I'm not going to put them through the ringer like I would my younger guys. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, to a certain extent, because it's like if my veterans, if they my veterans, like they've done it enough, and I know my players and I know their work ethic. They're the type of guys where they work themselves in the off season, and they don't got to practice every day. I want them healthy on Sunday. We used to do that in high school all the time. Let me see here. Granddaughter said Miami is said to be shopping wide receivers, Jakeem Grant, Devontae Parker, and Preston Williams. I take Devontae Parker here all day. That's your number 2 guy right there. I take him every day of the week. Maybe Terrified, I know, put something together. While they was down there in Miami, I would love Devontae Parker. He was slept on big time in Miami. Chris Dunlap saying, yeah, that's like saying Devin Hester needs his reps returning the ball. Yeah, like that's what he do. That's what he do. You don't need that, man. Definitely, man. Definitely. Coach Wallace said that we have to relax about the preseason game because we didn't even have preseason games last season. That's true. We looked terrible last season, too. We came out very sluggish. And I know that, everybody else didn't have preseason games as well, but, I definitely think that it's one of those situations where you got to get some kind of reps. Everybody needs some live fire reps. Definitely, man. Definitely. Ghost Pepper says Tajay El Drapo Sharp. Man, y'all look crazy, man. Well, look, Bo, I gotta get up. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. Man, well, I be working hard, Bo. I be working hard. So I gotta get ready so I can go in tomorrow morning, do my thing so I can get these bills paid. But in the meantime, I need y'all to be safe. Don't do nothing that I would do. And look, man, season's coming up, Bo. We ready. We ready. Rise up. 8 times down. Y'all take care, man.